We are sitting at Shelter Bay out in Francois Perron, and that is our sunset. Holy cow cats. Rate it! Good morning, Jaffas. I am standing on Shelter Beach, and immediately behind you is the ferry coming in from Dirk Hartog Island to take us over. Stunning day on the beach this morning. The wind has dropped off a little bit, not a whole lot though. Yesterday it was probably 40 knots, today it's probably around 20, 25. But it's dropped off enough anyway that the barge can come and get us, and he's on the way over here now. We got 4 days on the island to explore, and I want to check it out. If you want to check it out with me, stick around. What's the boat called, Kieran?
The boat is Hartog Explorer.
Hartog Explorer. I'm on the Hartog Explorer with Kieran, our jolly captain. And that's Dirk Hartog across the way. Kieran was explaining to me that we're running on one engine at the moment because his prior skipper got some water in the one. You know what, mate? You're still doing it with one hand tied behind your back.
yeah, no, it's done it before. Just slower through, that's all.
Yeah, fair enough. Jill's down in the car rocking and rolling.
We're on the ferry over to Dirk Hartog Island. They changed the location of pickup and drop off. We had to go racing along the beach to get over there because we only deduced it by watching. Here's the view back over to the mainland where we were camped. So I'm riding backwards, sitting in the truck.
So if you've got 9 people coming back today, there wouldn't be a whole lot of people on the island in total because they only let 20 on, don't they?
Correct, yeah.
Here's the view out my window. It's a little bit choppy out, but nothing that worries me.
So what's the procedure for getting off, mate? Just back her straight off?
Yeah, nice and slow, nice and straight. Every now and again, just looking back up to me and making sure that you're straight.
Yep.
And if I'm telling you left or right,
do it.
If you go too far over one way, I'll ask you to come back on and then we'll go again.
Go again.
Nice and slow is the key.
Cool.
Slow and straight.
Sounds good, mate. Is that a little ATV over there as well, is it?
No, it's my tractor.
Oh, okay.
You can hear Terry laughing, as usual, up with the ferry driver.
Just in case people get bogged.
Yeah. Nice. Good call.
Alright, if you go jump in, wait till I give you the thumbs up, and then you're away, and we'll see you on the return.
Awesome. Thanks, Kieran.
Right.
Appreciate it, mate.
Cheers.
Alrighty, we are now getting ready to back off the barge. Kieran's giving me the goss on exactly what to do, so should be all good.
Get the line up.
9
Oh, geez.
today. And that's how easily she's done.
Give Kieran a wave. Saltwater splash.
We are now on Dirk Hartog Island. Kieran was a really nice guy who brought us over. So we're just going to go out and have a little bit of a wander now and check out what's to be checked out.
Met some friendly people when we came off the barge.
Yep, they gave us the goss on all the top fishing spots.
That's nice. They had a great time.
We're just exploring a couple of the little side tracks that come off the main track, and this one comes out to a little
Hammerhead.
A hammerhead. It is a hammerhead.
Hammerhead Point, I name it. I have no idea what it's named. We don't even have the maps turned on to.
We are on Jill's christened Hammerhead Point. Jill's going for a walk up the track, and she's going to film us driving up the track. Pretty big melon holes here from open center cars. I am just crawling up right now in first low. I've got the front and the rear diff locks in. And the diff locks just eat these melon holes up. Makes it so easy. I don't know whether I mentioned, but they only allow 20 cars on this island at any one time. 9 of them were coming off today. 2 of us were going on. So there could be anywhere between 2, could be a maximum of 13 cars on here at the moment. That's a pretty cool thing to think. So when you're driving down these trails, on normal trails, you know, you've got an expectation that you'll hit some oncoming traffic sooner or later. I think it's pretty safe to say
We won't meet a lot.
we won't meet a lot. Exactly. That's a pretty limited number for an island that's, what, over 100 kilometers long.
No fires on the island. We are heading towards Surf Point to go have a look now. But they've got rid of the feral critters that are on here.
And the domestic ones, they've got rid of sheep, goats, cattle are gone, and I think now they're trying to work on getting rid of the predators. Their intention, they've got some sort of a national parks project called Hartog 1616 or something like that, and they're trying to get the landscape and the species on the island back to what it was in 1616.
It's good.
It is. It's really cool. I feel different on here already. You just feel more, I don't know, more isolated, more at peace, I guess, a little bit.
I can see Terry talking away. He must have the GoPro on. Or he's talking to himself. I'm not sure.
For those that have been over to Fraser Island, this is about the same distance from Inskip Point to the drop-off point over on Fraser with the manta ray, but wickedly expensive.
A lot more isolated. That costs more money.
Yeah, exactly. You got a 3-hour four-wheel drive track to get to the barge pickup point, and then you got your $360 to get over on the barge.
But the barge has a 3-hour trip each way to get fuel.
He does. He fills up at Denham. Still cruising on the Surf Point track, running in what I would imagine would be a lake if it was a really wet period in between the dunes, the swale area in between the dunes.
We're going up a bit.
We are now, yeah.
I like the sand.
I do too.
A bit jouncy.
Was jouncy, yes. I know what that word means. After I fitted new jounce stops to the car. You want to check that video, you 200 series owners?
Well, Ter, do you like that? Salt and sand.
When we came across the barge, it was getting sideswiped with salt spray. So, next opportunity at a car wash, we're going to get rid of the salt.
Yes, definitely. I don't like it either. I double dare you to lick it though. How much sand was in it?
We are at Surf Point, and we're going to go for a short little walk out here onto the beach. That's open ocean pumping in between Dirk Hartog and Steep Point. That wedgie's got something. I don't know what he's got.
Lots of little holes here in the sand at Surf Point. I don't know if they're crabs in there or what, but cool. We're going to go for a walk out to that point.
All these shells are sitting here on this little sand dune on the same angle. I'd say they've been sitting there. The wind's blowing them and flipped them, and that's the orientation of least wind resistance. And they're all pointing the same way. That's cool. We're going for a walk out there to Surf Point, and we've got a whole host of eagles out there. So let's see how close we can get before they bugger off. The wind is howling so much that those waves are breaking and all the spray is blowing backwards. Unreal.
Looks kind of cool with the little humpty-doos, like an amphitheater.
Right out there is Steep Point. The oven camping area is just below it, and you can see the can and the parking area up on the top of the point as well. That's the most southerly point of the mainland, and of course we are over on Dirk Hartog. Look at this wave. Holy guacamole. Those are big. There's Jill up on the very tippity top of Surf Point. And it looks like our eagle friends have all left. So she's probably taking a video of poo. Go We're up on the top of Surf Point, and it's a little bit windy here. Holy cow cats, but beautiful.
There's a mouse under the truck near my front tire. Oh, where did he go?
We are on a track to what is called the blowholes. And we got to go across some reasonably soft sand dunes.
With a melon hole.
That have got melon holes everywhere in them. All chewed up to buggery. Apparently there is a soft sand dune at the end that we need to traverse as well. At least that's according to what our map is telling us. And judging by what I see in front of us, I'd say it's probably right.
I'd say it's totally right. Yeah, you can see left marker and then one up at the top.
Yep, I see that. Cool.
Oh,
Gonna have to take that with a bit of momentum.
nice and soft. Dune raper. I don't even think it raped the dune, it just zoomed up.
Just flew over it.
Yeah. You can see how quick this would fill in though in this wind.
Yeah, sure would.
That's why the markers are here,
Yep.
because the track disappears.
100%.
You can see the wind blowing on the top of it. Blowholes, right.
1 kilometer. Okay.
Cool.
That is a crazy cliff.
Look at that. Yeah, I don't want to drive near that cliff.
No. That is a cliff risk area.
As it cracks off into the ocean. It's like we're on the moon now or something.
It is, isn't it? Far out. Where'd all the vegetation go? This is very reminiscent of Patagonia and the Atacama Desert. Looks just like this.
I think this is it.
We are at the blowholes here at the moment, and this landscape looks like the Atacama Desert in Chile. It is crazy similar. These blowholes are pumping. I'm going to get the big camera and see if I can zoom in on them because they're down at the cliff base. There's Jill up on the cliff videoing the blowhole from there. Look at the size of her relative to that cliff. Crazy. I'm walking out towards the end of this peninsula, and no doubt Jill is filming me as I do it. If this sucker breaks off while I'm out here, bye Felicia. My goodness, look at that coastline. Stunning. You can see that white track going up the cliff there. That is the track that goes to the Ovens camping area out on that peninsula, and of course that peninsula is Steep Point. You just can't wrap your head around the ruggedness of this coastline. It is stunningly beautiful in a really stark sort of a way. We are now leaving the blowholes and we're heading back to something that's marked on the map called Dirk Hartog Island Lodge. No idea what that is, but we'll call in for a visit and suss it out.
We've seen people that look like they are on tours out of the lodge.
Yes. Jill said they smelled nice and they look showered.
And they have no gear and they're zooming around like maniacs with a tour guide.
Yeah.
If I couldn't figure it out after all of that, I'm a bit tense, I'd have to say.
We'll drop over the edge of this sand dune and back into the country. Seems a bit more chewed up from when we were here last.
There's been 3 vehicles behind us. Come out and go back. All in a hurry. We're at the Dirk Hartog Island Resort. There's a sheep and a horse in front of the resort. And there's a research boat and paddleboarding stuff and tour boats and a rich people boat.
Here we're at the Inscription Bar and Cafe on Dirk Hartog Island, and Jill found a beer. She found a bar, and she found a beer.
And a boat.
There's where Jill's sitting. If we just pan the camera over a little bit, that's what we're looking at. Oh, how good.
A cool sign we've never seen before. That's awesome.
Just heading into Notch Point, and this was our campground that we were originally booked, but when our barge got canceled, this campground got canceled from the fact that we couldn't stay here, not canceled from the fact that we paid for it. No refunds there. Nobody seems to have been in here for a while.
That wind was so crazy though, they could have been.
That's true.
The wind has backed off now.
It has, seriously.
Or at least on this side of the island, it's not too bad. But it was supposed to be dropping today.
Yeah.
This is nice. Go up here for some lunch.
Okie dokie.
We've just pulled up for lunch at Notch Point camping area. Terry's putting the drone away and I've made our lunches. Lovely little camping area. The winds have dropped off now, so it's going to make it much more pleasant for camping on the island.
All right, we're going to run up about 1 kilometer from here and drop down onto the beach where a sign said beach. And have a look at that. Our final destination today is Louisa Bay or Louisa Beach, which is where our camp is tonight.
I think my butt lifted out of the seat.
Let's check the beach out. That's pretty. It's very white. Now we are heading south on this Notch Point Beach, I guess it is. And That should show it a little bit better because the sun is kind of at our backs. It is very nice.
And I love that you don't know what creatures are out there in the ocean 10 feet away from you.
No idea.
Manta rays and fish and sharks.
Dugongs even here.
Yep, exactly.
A fish just jumped, I saw him.
But there's a lot of stuff happening out there that we are oblivious to.
That's for sure. That was a lovely little scarp up the beach. Notch Point there in the distance. Off to the about 10 o'clock. And we're going to continue our adventures north.
A bit closer now, and he hasn't flown yet.
Just going across a couple of these salt flats, which are basically a bay of the Indian Ocean. They're definitely tidal though, because there is salt water laying in pools here. Cape Inscription, 62 kilometers. That is the northerlymost point of Dirk Hartog. We are entering a vehicle risk area, according to our signage, where it says there's lots of big sand dunes here, and if you're not careful, you're gonna die.
Didn't say that.
I'm paraphrasing, but that was the general gist of it. Now we've got to traverse a big sand area. And I suspect we're going to be guided by these little pulley things. Pulleys.
Swing left.
Swinging left. If you're wondering what the main track down the guts of the island is like, this is pretty much it. It's full of corrugations and holes and these limestone beds from time to time. It's pretty slow going. We're averaging 30 kilometers an hour on the open, and on these limestone bits we're back down to 10, a little under 10. So the island's over 90 kilometers long. Give you a little bit of an idea of how long it would take to traverse it if you were just doing a gun from one end to the other. Should be a full day for sure. We are at the Herald Bay Out Camp. So we just saw a bunch of rubbish, and I think it looks like they go along, comb the beach, clean it up, pile it all up in some skip bins, and then they must come out and collect it. So that's pretty cool.
We have come to a gate. Fauna management fence. I know they've... Oops! Terry lifted the slidey, locky thing right out. Yeah, it'll be to deal with the feral animals and stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what it is. This fence goes completely across the island.
Mm-hmm.
So one side's good, one side's bad. I don't know which side's which. They didn't say. We have just passed through the fauna gate, and the landscape's definitely changed.
Yeah, like
there's no dead shit here like it was on the other side. This is actually alive and green. We were just debating which side was the good side of the fence that had the good stuff, and which side was the bad side that had all the feral stuff. And
we don't know.
we don't know. I thought this side had the bad stuff, but judging by how lovely this looks, I'd say this is the good side. We're only 5.7k from Louisa Camp.
It's just about 3 p.m. and sunset will be at 6.
We have arrived at Louisa Bay. So down the hill we go. We'll go right down to the end.
Yeah, that's what I reckon. And then if somebody comes.
Yeah, we're forced to go up that side of us. Well, ain't nobody camping past this one.
Nope. This is the winning spot. We have just pulled up for the evening at Louisa Bay on Dirk Hartog Island. There's a couple of cormorants here out fishing. There's a bait ball of fish. It's coming really close to shore now, right? I can see it over there. I don't know if they're going to head over to it again. The bait ball was like a dark patch. But you could see the fish jumping and trying to get away.
I don't think there's any fish in this ocean. Must have been the other ocean.